Will Matter Be Destroyed or Not? By Arthur Chelling. Will matter be destroyed or not? I sat looking at my computer screen. Then I turned toward Ryan. "I'll bite," I said. "Give it to me straight." Ryan had rotated his chair so that he was turned looking directly at me and grinning widely. "It's the Gospel of Mary," he said. "It's how it begins. It's how it begins with the first 6 pages lost to the elements." Gospel of Mary. I wasn't surprised because nothing coming from Ryan surprises me anymore, but I acted like I was, knowing this would set him off further. I had never heard of any Gospel of Mary, but I had come to learn that Ryan has a very unique ability to pull absolutely any crazy thing out of his hat. Surprised? Ryan's smug look was gut-wrenching. "It's a Gnostic gospel. All natures, all formed things, all creatures exist in and with one another and will dissolve into their own root. It's what Jesus told Mary." "Is it?" I said. Never a boring moment here with Ryan, I thought. I waited. Ryan said nothing. I turned back to my computer. "Matter gave birth to passion that is without form." I spun my chair toward Ryan. He was still turned, looking at me. "This is the Mary Gospel too?" I asked. "Yes, right. It's Jesus speaking." As is typical, Ryan's oddball introduction and mannerisms had caught my interest. "Matter gave birth to passion. Is that right? You said that." "Yes. It is what Jesus said." "Okay, that's something," I replied. Matter gives birth to passion. Matter has form. Passion does not. Think about it, Ryan said. I thought for a moment. "My head hurts," I said, and I turned back to my computer. "But think," Ryan said, "matter came into form, and this form gave birth to something without form. Passion. This is earth-shattering." "You're nuts," I shot back. As if like magic, Wanda walked into our cubicle and asked Ryan if he had the calculations for the project. "I'll have it tomorrow," he said. Wanda turned and left. I sat in wonderment, looking straight at Ryan. He knew what I was thinking. Wanda just walked away, wearing something very much looking like a black see-through mini dress over a very bright red close-knit pantyhose. Wanda had to be about the coolest chick at the office here. I was in love. And looking at Ryan's smile, he was too. "Shit," I said. "Wanda has form," Ryan said. "You have form. You are matter. Wanda is matter. Form gives birth to passion." "Amen," I exclaimed. I am a convert. What is Jesus' next lesson? Well, let's see. Passion is contrary to nature. Ryan was struggling to remember. Yes, formless passion is contrary to nature, to the natures of things, that is. Why do you think that is? Hey, bud, That form we just saw was not in any way contrary to the nature of anything, I said. I think the interpretation is that passion affects the natures of things. It changes them. It changes their natures. Wanda is one neat bitch, I snapped. I am in no position to argue, Ryan said, grinning. But passion arises out of form, yet it has no form. So it's a feeling. Love is a feeling too. Big fucking shit. I felt that I had made a good point, but wasn't quite sure what that point was. There isn't that much left of the Gospel of Mary, Ryan said. Most of the beginning was lost. There is no such thing as sin, Jesus says. You create it by mingling. Mingling? I'd have no problem at all mingling with Wanda. Oh, I'm sure. Ha ha. But there is a lesson here in this, Ryan said, about lust and our changing natures. Don't you see it? What? Lusting after Wanda? You become sick and you die because you love what deceives you. That's Jesus too, I replied, rolling my eyes. I'll take the deception. I spun my chair back around and clicked on Excel. That evening, I went to bed and lay down. I thought about Ryan and about the things that he had said. Crazy kid, I thought. But Ryan was a lot of fun and helped me get through each day, each goddamn boring day. How I hated the boring repetition of my job and my everyday life. I thought about Wanda. I visualized her image and imagined her on top of me, upside down in her bright red pantyhose, her large shapely thighs draped over my shoulders, her buttocks and head each radiating a separate, sensuous presence through the flowing brunette brown hairs on her beautiful, lovely body. I imagined her and me, my head and her buttocks merged together. One form. I wanted her desperately. The ringing sound wouldn't stop. I reached out my arm, feeling around, and found the source. I shut off my alarm and lay back in bed. Wanda came back into my mind. A tingle of excitement came over me. Ryan was there at his desk when I arrived at work. Man, I am beat, I said, yawning. Are you discouraged? Ryan asked. Discouraged? I suppose, I said. Well then, be encouraged in the presence of the diversity of the forms of nature, Ryan said. I rolled my eyes. More Jesus? Yeah. Same Mary Gospel, he said. Good God, how is this going to end? I said. End? Nothing ever ends, Ryan said. We just go on, doing the same mundane things every day, over and over. That's all. Oh God, I can't stand it, I said. The room started to spin around my head. I reached to grab something to steady myself, but everything was spinning. What is happening? Ryan said. Is matter being destroyed? A sharp pain rained from my head down all the way to my hands and my feet. I fell to the floor. Help me, I cried. I was on my back facing the ceiling. I raised my head and looked about. The room was small. Its walls were white and plain. He's awake, a woman said. That I was. No, it's too late. He's dead, said a male voice. I saw a doctor hovering over me. I'm not dead, I thought. I focused on the doctor's face. I saw Ryan. Hey, bud, Ryan said, his eyes glued on mine. Will matter be destroyed or not? Not, I replied reflexively. Let it be as you wish, Ryan replied. He held out his hand. I took it, and he lifted me up. I opened my eyes. I was alone, in my bedroom at home, and late for work.